Just so you know, since I'm emulating this because my PSP kind of just died, and had no way of recording it either. I'm actually using Xbox 360 controller with this, and the D-pad isn't D-pad while being in a different location as opposed to the PSP. Doesn't exactly work the best, so I'm using the right analog for the D-pad. It's actually pretty weird when I try to move the camera, which you can't do in this game with the analog anyway. And then instead I move the command deck. I'm trying to emulate what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1 where the right analog stick controlled the command deck instead, controlled the command window instead of the camera. Anyways, those are the new unversed. They're just kind of like mole diggers, I suppose. I forget what they're actually called. I forget a lot of these enemies' names. But something interesting about them is that their opening animation when they're first showing up is that the animations actually have hitboxes, which means you can take a few pot shots just because you want to attack the thing, but you can't because it's actually attacking you unintentionally. Level up, strength increased. Oh well, kind of want defense there. No, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't matter. Now, I kind of want to change some of these commands. I think I want to change arrow to fire. Yeah, change arrow to fire, and that should be good. I think I should also go to the config and make the run faster, I say. Just make it so that the game itself runs faster. Despite the fact that it's using emulation, and hopefully the emulator always runs faster than the PSP. It actually emulates the PSP better than it can actually emulate it. I'm trying to say is just that it runs better than the PSP. Let's say this, the emulator I'm using, PPSSPP, is actually one of the better emulators. So I'm just going to go down here, go to config, flip command deck, color depth is down 32-bit, and difference between 32,768 colors to 16,777,216 colors, except in the Mirage Arena. Also CPU speed is 133 megahertz, because that's what PPSSPP is set on. Just trying to. That's the open animation right there. And it bugs me if you get hit by that, especially in critical mode when you take more damage, and that entire animation alone can kill you. Also get a bit of money before. There's also these pot enemies I even mentioned earlier. These are the fire elemental floating thing. Unversed, I guess you should say. We also have the ice elemental floating things. Also, we have these prize pods. That's what they're called, and they are the one enemy formation you always want to run into, because every hit you do to them makes them drop a treat, and you want as many treats as possible for small for something later on. Not exactly a mini game, but for something as close to synthesis to this game as possible. This game has also as possible. That should be enough. However, I also want to replace sliding dash with potions. You get 5 potions for 1 command slot. You save here. also there's also kind of a hotkey function with the command deck. If you to hit left on the command on the professional pad, you would actually go to that hotkeyed command. For default, it's the first command that you see in the command deck, but you can set it to any other number that you want. Anyways, that's going to be pretty much for grinding. I say that, but I'm also going on my way to fight this other one first. And I have my command set up so that it's what I want for the boss fight for this world as well, because that's going to be the next biggest. That's going to be the next sequence that we go into. Don't get me wrong, the boss isn't difficult, but it's definitely a wake-up boss in terms of the Kingdom Hearts series, because you can't just wail on him. At least not in higher difficulties. Also, you notice I never went after Terra's D-Link. His D-Link isn't bad, but I still don't like it. I think the only thing he really has that I like, I think, is auto counter. I think he has, or something that has something to do with countering. That's how much I hate Terra's D-Link. As you can save right here, and you see there's a sticker up there, but I can't reach it until I have high jump, which I don't get until a little bit later into the game. Now I'll continue on to the boss. Do I have everything? Yep, looks like it. Track raid. Yep, that works. Now we have the first boss of Ventus' story. It's Mad Trent. This guy you don't want to be near, like, ever. So yeah, he also creates poison puddles. You can also just hit very far away. Gotcha! And there's always area effect around him, just like that. Those firecrackers you want to stay away from. Fire! Oh. Well, at least it hit. Also, that shockwave, despite the fact that you probably think that you can't hit, that you can't block it, you can. And if you're ever above actual range, I want to get away from him when he roots himself, because it means that I think he will actually hit the area around. Yeah, he will actually cause his roots to appear somewhere else in the arena. Strike raid. Oops. And that's payback raid coming into effect. If you're to try to block, if you get knocked away, you can press square and it blocks. Also, every time you use your finishing move, you are always invulnerable. You always have invincibility frames. That's not always true for certain attack animations. Also have Fever Pitch active, which means I can actually just wail on this guy. Hopefully I can actually use the Fever Pitch. Yeah, you can knock this boss down and he gives you extra HP, but it's not anything spectacular. And here's Fever Pitch right here. Got deck capacity increased and learn Firestorm command style. Yes, you can actually increase the amount of commands you have in the deck. You can have up to 8. There are 8 command slots that you can unlock. However, certain commands take up 2 or even 3 slots. And that's for balancing purposes. What's this? An apple-shaped plot device? She only has really yellow apples.
Excuse
this
me,
red one
ma'am?
can't possibly be hers. This is yours.
Thank you, my pet. To
Pets.
tell the truth, I really don't know what I would have done without that.
Get a, stop your whole murder plot.
Haven't I seen that sword before?
Terra has one. You know Terra?
Just so you know, Terra's and
That
Ventus's Keyblades
ruffian
look nothing
pointed
alike.
nose at me asking about some
I mean, they're both
Xehanort.
Keyblades,
My
but they
poor
look
heart
nothing
nearly
alike.
stopped.
That doesn't sound like him at all. Ma'am, where did Tara go?
He went somewhere else. He
I'm
went to another
sure I
world.
have no
You
idea.
must follow the plot somewhere else.
Must you all
Your plot
menace
is in a different
poor
castle.
Granny so?
What? No, I was just...
Also, this ominous track apparently has a turtle loop that I remember.
Tara, what did you do?
He was only following the darkness in his heart. Also, forged a dealing with Snow White. And got the treasure trove. Probably gonna use the treasure trove for the running of these worlds. Just because it gives you more strength as well as more magic. And now there are 2 other worlds to go to. But first, I'm going to change up some of my stuff. Keep potion, keep fire. Do I get to use fire? Fire's good. Strike raid. Replace, move in a arrow for the hell of it. I don't like arrow, but it's potent enough. It's more potent than the status effects that I have right now. What else? I think that's it actually. Items change Wayward Wind to a treasure trove. You get more magic with this, and so it's pretty good, I suppose. There's nothing really stuck. I got the attack recipe, got these treats, and some crystals. Crystals you will be using for in melding, so I'll get to that later. Command board, just trying to get this new off. Basically, all it is just a mini game where you can get more commands as well as increase your levels. You also have to do it if you want to do 100% completion journal. So with that, I'm just gonna call it a session here. So goodbye everybody.